For years, I was caught in cycles of overeating, followed by dieting and cutting back again. I heavily relied on quick fixes for that one event or that one vacation just around the corner. This vicious cycle made my weight fluctuate by as much as 10 kilos without ever ending. I always knew what was good for me on paper, like what foods to eat and that I should be exercising and all that, but sticking to it seemed near impossible because it felt so forced. Until I made the following mindset changes that I will share with you in this video. Learning and internalizing those really helped me create a healthy, sustainable lifestyle that transformed my body, my health, and physique. I was finally able to stop overeating, emotionally eating, at least for most of it. I finally stopped obsessing over food. I lost that extra weight and finally was able to actually keep it off as well. I developed much more respect for my body in general. I was able to reframe my whole relationship with food. And the best part is all of that without feeling deprived or restricted, and kind of in a way that felt natural and effortless. And now I've gotten to a point where eating and living in a healthy way feels like something I want to do rather than something I have to do. So let's jump into the mindset shifts that help me make those changes. Your body is the only vessel you will ever have, and your body is the only home that you will ever live in for the rest of your life. This realization was honestly game-changing for me because once you think about your body as your home, you would want to care for it, nurture it, and make sure that it's comfortable. I started realizing that every little choice I made was either contributing to or detracting from the health of that vessel. So when I started viewing my body from that perspective, I realized how much more I want to nourish it. Every healthy choice I made became an act of respect and appreciation for this incredible machine that is your body. Our bodies give us so much, from movement to energy and the ability to live fully, that we owe it to ourselves to honor it by taking care of it. Then I want you to think about the people in your life that rely on you. Whether that is your partner, your children, your grandchildren, or your friends, they need you to be strong and healthy both physically and mentally. Imagine yourself playing with your kids or going for a walk with your partner, or just having the energy to engage with the people that you love. If you're tired, unhealthy, or emotionally drained, it is so much harder to be present for them. So think of it as the energy that you put into your own health is essentially what you're giving back to them. And when you're prioritizing your health, you're not only investing in your own life, but also in the lives of those who need you. So being strong and energetic and healthy isn't just a gift for yourself, but to everyone who depends on you as well. Now, knowledge is power has never been this true for myself. The more I learned about nutrition and the impact of food on my body, the more empowered I became. Understanding the foods that I was putting into my body and the effects of certain ingredients like sugar, for example, and how they affected my energy, mood, and overall well-being shifted my mindset entirely. I feel like one of the biggest obstacles people face when they're trying to make healthy choices is confusion. We're constantly bombarded with contradictory information, misleading food ads, and companies pushing highly processed and unhealthy food as healthy. So by educating yourself and gaining your own knowledge, you will gain the power to look beyond the labels, beyond the food advertisements, and make informed decisions yourself. Plus, once you understand how food truly affects your mood, energy, well-being, and overall health, it will become so much easier making those healthy choices. Because then it's not about depriving yourself anymore, but actually about choosing foods that really fuel your body and support your long-term health. Then food isn't about filling just your stomach. It sounds simple, but it's so crucial to understand that food is essential for providing your body with the nutrients that it needs to function at its best. And I feel like this is what was key for me to change my relationship with food, because I learned that those nutrients are not only essential for your physical health, but also for your mental and emotional well-being. And that poor nutrition can lead to brain fog and fatigue and mood swings and so much more. So when I started focusing on nutrient-dense food full of vitamins and minerals and healthy fats and high-quality protein, I really noticed a dramatic shift in my energy levels, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. And by nourishing my body with what it truly needs, I actually stopped craving those unhealthy, highly processed snacks. My body also became better at just regulating itself, and my health in turn then improved. One analogy that I really like is think of your body as a car. If you add cheap fuel or junk to your car, it just won't run smoothly. So your body, like a vehicle, will perform best once it's given high quality fuel. So just as you'd care for your car, refueling it, you can do the same for your body to thrive for years. What also really helped me was watching videos on highly processed foods, what they're made out of, the ingredients, because once you see what's actually inside it, it's so much easier to ask, is this really what I want to be fueling my body with? And you have the power to choose high quality fuel and make those intentional food choices. I say it a lot on this channel, but stress is actually one of the most underestimated factors when it comes to weight loss and your overall well-being. Learning about the connection between stress and weight loss finally made me understand why it was so hard for me to lose that extra weight for such a long time. Understanding cortisol and the correlation between stress and weight gain was actually something I first came aware of through Dr. Libby. She shared how she became from being a mad runner, running every single day, burning lots and lots of calories, to teaching Tai Chi and not running anymore. She said, my eating remained the same, but my clothes got looser. She also explained how stress hormones affect metabolism and how managing stress is one of the key ingredients when it comes to weight loss. Because prolonged stress can actually suppress your thyroid function, which then slows down your metabolism. Cortisol also signals your body to conserve energy even if you're not in immediate danger. And then as a result, your body holds onto fat. Chronic stress can also lead to elevated insulin levels as cortisol raises blood sugar, making it harder to lose weight and potentially increasing fat storage. Stress can also disrupt the balance of leptin and ghrelin, which are the hormones that regulate hunger and satiety. This imbalance again may lead to overeating and emotionally eating, which obviously further drives weight gain. And on top of that, high intensity and heavy lifting workouts can actually add stress to your body, especially if done too frequently without sufficient recovery, but also especially for females. So sometimes going for some more slower types of activity like Tai Chi or yoga, instead of that crazy HIIT workout, can actually help you lose weight quicker. This is because it puts your body into a state of calm where it no longer feels the need to hold onto that extra fat. But if you'd like a full video on how chronic stress, high cortisol and weight gain are linked, then just let me know in the comments. So I've mentioned emotional eating quite a bit already now, but emotionally eating is often a response to stress, boredom, or unaddressed emotions. So for years, I would turn to food if I just need a pick-me-up energy boost, if I was bored, if I was stressed out or anxious. But all of those times, you're not actually hungry, but you're just emotionally eating. So a big lesson for me was actually learning to tune into my body's signals and cues, to become more aware of what my body truly needed in those moments, and to develop a sense of mindful eating. So by learning to pause, take a step back, assess my hunger levels and ask myself if I'm truly hungry or if there's just an emotional trigger, I was able to finally stop overeating and start making more intentional food choices. Other than emotional eating or eating out of boredom, mindful eating can also mean that what you really need is a truly balanced, nutritious meal that gives your body all the nutrients it needs while keeping you full for longer with complex carbs, high quality protein and healthy fats. A perfect example of this comes from Joshua Rosenthal, who's the founder of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. In one of his books, he shared a story about a student who told him about her son Kevin. And despite overeating sugary and processed foods, Kevin was constantly hungry. He physically couldn't stop eating, which obviously led to weight gain, but yet he remained unsatisfied. So Joshua suggested maybe he's not hungry for calories, but for nutrition. So while Kevin's diet was high in sugar and empty calories, he was fueling his body with energy, but without providing any essential nutrients. So this lack of vitamins and minerals kept his hunger and cravings going and going. And your body doesn't know the difference between, hey, I lack magnesium and zinc, and instead just sends out the signal for hunger in the hopes that you will feed it something where it can get those nutrients from. This is actually called the obesity paradox, where someone is overweight on the one hand and yet malnourished on the other. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. Then this next one, I would like to reiterate as much as possible. Health is not about being the thinnest or the fittest. This was me at my lowest weight, the skinniest, the most defined, whatever you want to call it. And people may look at that and say, oh wow, she's in such great shape, so she must be really healthy. But that's not how it works. I wasn't eating balanced meals. I certainly wasn't eating enough fruit and vegetables. I was lacking at least 2 or 3 micronutrients. And honestly, I didn't even feel the best about myself. So let's say it again for the people in the back. Health is not about being the thinnest or fittest. Health is about feeling vibrant. It's about having energy. It's about getting enough protein and healthy fats. It's about hitting all your micronutrients. It's about having a healthy immune system, a healthy stress response, and being free of symptoms like headaches, fatigues, or any other chronic issue. So by focusing on how you feel instead of a certain size, weight loss actually becomes a byproduct of prioritizing wellness rather than the end goal. And this sentence is my mantra that I tell every single client of mine. I want you to think strength, vitality, energy, and health over thinness. Then we have letting go of the all or nothing mentality. It's super easy to fall into the trap of thinking that every single action has to be perfect in order for you to lose weight, become healthy, and see results. But the truth is, it's those small, consistent changes that will lead to the big results. The all or nothing mentality will only hold you back by encouraging perfectionism and holding you back from making actual progress. So please do me a favor, throw that out the window. Trust me when I say this, but when it comes to building healthy habits, consistency is far more valuable and important than perfection. Any consistent small action will add up over time, and so those daily habits that you include in your lifestyle is what's gonna create that lasting change. Then I hate to break it to you, but eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle is not always gonna be a breeze. While I do believe that those mindset shifts that I have mentioned so far will make it so much easier for those choices to become second nature rather than a chore, there will always be days where you really CBA, aka can't be bothered. So yes, there's definitely also a level of mental strength and determination required. What helps me with that is remind myself of some of the role models that I have. You may know Natasha Ocean. She is an absolute machine. She may even be an ultra human, I don't know. But watching her videos and seeing her succeed in all those disciplines and just life in general gets me motivated every single time. Like, she pushes herself to the limits. Another great example is my husband, who works in an extremely physically demanding job. So seeing the extremes that they sometimes push their bodies to, so motivating. It just makes me think, why should we waste that one body that was given to us? Shouldn't we all just see what we're really capable of? Because so much of it is mental. Your brain will always seek out the easy, the comfortable, and be like, nah, don't really fancy going to the gym today. But pushing beyond that and seeing what you're really capable of, that is fascinating to me. And now, I'm not saying that everyone should go to those extreme lengths and become a pro athlete or whatever. I just want to emphasize how important it is to work on your mental strength and see what your body is really capable of once you push past that discomfort. So again, building resilience does not mean to push yourselves to extreme limits, but rather to develop the strength to endure those small challenges and moments of discomfort in everyday life. This could be passing on a second helping, or going for a walk when you feel tired, or going to the gym when you're not feeling like going to the gym. So embracing the discomfort can actually be really empowering when it comes to reaching your goal. And now lastly, I have to say it, change will not happen over time. We've all heard it 1,000 times before, but consistency is key. Small and consistent actions add up over time, and in order to create a lifestyle that really lasts, we need to let go of the quick fix mentality and adopt a mindset of gradual growth. So don't even think about, I need to look good for the beach in the summertime, or I need to look good for that one event coming up. I'm assuming you had several beach days and several events looking just like you are right now, and you are still here and fine. So let's rewire our brains to think, you know what, it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as I stay consistent and get started. See it as your long-time, lifelong goal. Make it your lifestyle rather than this unsustainable quick fix for the next 3 weeks, because that will only make you fall right back into your old routines. I would almost say that lasting change requires you aligning your self-identity with your goals. Because it's not just about the actions like dieting or working out. It's about becoming someone who naturally embodies those habits and lifestyle changes. For example, instead of just going on a diet, Start seeing yourself as a health-conscious person who genuinely enjoys taking care of their body. This change in self-perception will lead to behaviors that feel so much more natural and sustainable rather than forced. And there we have it. These 10 mindset shifts really encourage me to take care of my body, not because I have to, but because I deserve to feel strong, capable, healthy, and fulfilled. And with that, each positive choice that you make gets you one step closer toward that healthier and happier life. And with that, I'll leave you for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week's video. Bye!